Welcome to the Center of Light Foundation. We are the tribe. We are the nation. Good to see you tonight. We're going to be speaking about the third eye. See no evil. Hear no evil. Have no fun. Let me do a couple of things refreshing across the internet. Hello, everybody. It's good to see you. Happy New Year. Hello, Dark Hour Paranormal. Dear Lord, what a sexy human creature he is. Brother, it's good to see you. So tonight we're going to be delving into deeper states of seeing consciousness. I gotta do, there we go, 1 second please. There we go. To deeper levels of seeing consciousness. Seeing is not only with your eyes. Seeing is a way of taking in information through any of the sense organs, or even beyond the sense organs even. The feeling capacity. It's seeing. I see what you mean. It has nothing to do with your eyes, your taste, your touch, your hearing, none of that. I see what you mean. And therefore, the joke of life has always been on us. Funny, isn't it? Not so funny, is it? Well, it requires the ability. We have the capacity and the ability. But are we choosing to see? See what I mean? What is coming through the gate of 2023, dear Lord, is the collective seeing that's happening. Everything is coming through the gate. All of it. What does it look like? Don't know. Wait, I haven't seen it yet. Let's wait and see, because it's coming. Things we never thought possible. It's the collective waking up. Opening the third eye. We're collectively opening the third eye. Some of us are doing it by choice. Others are not ready for it. Either way, you will see something. You will see more clearer. Oh, this thing is heavy. When you open your eye, you will be able to see. See? A beautiful sea we are about to swim in. Also, a sea of absolute chaos. And the choice is ours to stand on whatever side of the fence. But it's beyond the duality of this side of the fence or that side of the fence. It's to be in the middle. It's a riddle, I tell you. And the joke is always on you. And the aha of it all is what opens up the gate, which opens up the eye. The eye of God. My brother Paranormal, Mike Roja, says, haha, what's up, my man? It's good to see you, bro. It's been a while. I'd love to chit-chat with you soon. I'm doing the Roku thing, trying to get all that worked out, ironed out. But I'd love to come back on your platform, and the same vice versa here. So let me look at some of my bullet points. Welcome, everybody. Good to see you. Good to third eye see you. Always my presentations, our time together is about summum bonum. Not Sonny Bono, summum bonum. It means the greatest or supreme good. The light of God surrounds me. The love of God enfolds me. The power of God protects me. The presence of God watches over me. It's very small print. The mind of God guides me. The life of God flows through me. The laws of God direct me. The power of God abides within me. The joy of God uplifts me. The strength of God renews me. The beauty of God inspires me. Wherever I am, God is. Wow. I want to give you a darshan, not from me, but as from me as the catalyst. Thank you, Mike. That's awesome, bro. Hit me up. Let's do it. I'm going to give you a blessing by Swamiji. God on Earth Today. I said it correctly. I didn't stammer. I didn't stutter. God on Earth Today. Swamiji Visvayogi. Bhagavan Sri 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 Visvayogi Swamiji Maharaj. He's going to give you a little blessing. He's holding up his hands. It's a static image, I know, but energy is forever moving. So you're receiving what's called Shaktipat, power from God, through this vehicle as Swamiji. We find this image. I don't think I brought it to the top. There we go. Today is the Indian festival day called Bhogi. It's I don't know Hindi, so I did my best. You are receiving Shaktipat through his hands right now, and there is not a darn thing you can do about it. You can tell your grandma and your grandpa, and they can't help you either. You're receiving some God's love right there. Let me tell you what the festival of Bhogi is. It's very significant in the Hindu tradition. Harvesting festivals celebrate in the south state of India on the first day of the 4 days of Pongal. Farmers grows food, sustenance, worship Lord Indra, and seek the blessings to bring good rains, harvest, and prosperity to them. Bhogi is date of celebration. The festival of Bhogi generally falls on the 13th. It is observed. Okay, let's move through that. This year in 2023, the festival of Bhogi will be celebrated. I'm just trying to get to the pertinent stuff. It's about the celebration of bringing in the rains, harvest, growing, newness, all this wonderful stuff. But for the Gregorian calendar, it's March. It's not January. It's not January 1st. It's the month of March, where everyone marches towards possibility. Because in the month of March is when nature decides that things are going to begin to unfold, blossom, bloom, grow, unravel, begin anew, transform, transmute, all these wonderful things. Tonight is Center of Light, third eye. See no evil. We're going to get to some of that here shortly. What is the third eye? The third eye, also known as the pineal gland or sixth chakra, is a concept that has been present in various spiritual and religious traditions for centuries. The mystical organ is said to be located in the center of the forehead. It's not here, the brow, right in the front, right behind the skull. It's actually plumb center of the head, of the brain. Center of the forehead, but center of the head, and is also associated with intuition, spiritual insight, and psychic abilities. The pineal gland, located in the brain, is often associated with the third eye. This small endocrine gland produces melatonin, a hormone that helps regulate the sleep-wake cycle. Very key here. Third eye, the ability to see in 360 degrees. It regulates the sleep of humanity, but also the sleep nightly waking cycle. It has also been found to produce DMT, dimethyltryptamine, a psychoactive substance that can cause hallucinations, you can bet. What's coming through the gate of 2023, and when you open your third eye, which I have done a few times before, they're going to feel like hallucinations, but you're going to have to pinch yourself because it's going to be very real and altered states of consciousness. The third eye is said to be connected to the sixth chakra, which I just mentioned, which is located at the base of our head. The chakra is associated with the ability to see beyond the physical realm and to access higher states of consciousness. It is said to be the center of intuition and insight. Why do they double this information? I got this from the internet doing some searching. Some people believe that the third eye can be opened and developed through practices such as meditation, yoga, and use of certain herbs and crystals. Activating the third eye is said to bring about a greater sense of inner peace. Oh, I can definitely tell you that. I sit in this chair day after day after day after day after day. If you're a farmer and you ride that tractor, or you're a fisherman, you like to go fishing by yourself, or you like sitting and writing music by yourself, and you're an artist and you paint pictures by yourself, you are using your third eye, trust me. Activating the third eye is said to bring about a greater sense of inner peace, heightened intuition, and an increased ability to connect with the spiritual realm. As I mentioned just a little bit ago, you may have even heard me often talk about this, that what's coming through the gate of 2023 is everything, unbridled. 2023 can be seen as the collective manifestation of the opening of the third collective eye. 2023 can be seen in this way because our eyes are opening, so to speak. We are beginning to wake up. We're beginning to see. It is important that we respond and not react to the many things never known to exist or about to experience, or otherwise we can and will attract lots of horrible, unconscious things. All things are around us all the time. Now the ability to see them is revealing itself. My brother Dark Hour says, talk about the pineal gland and maybe theories why it's facing the heart. Mike, that sounds great. I love it. I'll contact you, you contact me. Let's make this happen. It's always a blessing to see you, my brother. What inspired this presentation tonight was Abigail Engel saying, Keith, you ought to do a presentation on this post my brother Ted Ruiz posted. I'm going to read that to you, but Abigail said, Keith, why don't you do a talk on this? Because I responded and it started a dialogue. And Ted Ruiz says, once you awaken to who you are, then you don't see duality anymore. Not for yourself and not for the world. And I just remembered what I said to him. And I said, bro, thank you for this post. Having this happen to you is such an amazing, monumental shift. Everything changes. It all changes. And it can happen in a moment. It doesn't require a lot of spiritual work. It can, if that's the path you choose. It can simply require to go, I'm going to allow myself to see what Keith means. I'm going to allow myself to see what someone else means because I want to get out of such cognitive dissonance that's been keeping me in quagmire. You just have to let go and allow something to tickle your fancy that you never allowed to tickle you. Let me entertain this possibility without judgment, without resistance. I see what you mean. That's opening the third eye, or the third eye ideal or idea. Such ideas is what continues to tickle and stimulate the pineal gland. You want to experience your third eye right here, right now? Of course you do. I do as well. So what I would like you to do is close your sexy eyes, your beautiful eyes. Close your eyes. Listen to my voice. Close your eyes. Actually, as your eyes are closed, take one of your fingers and put it in between your eyebrows, your brow chakra, your center of your forehead, in between your two eyes, and gently just push 11 times. Why not 11? 11 is a gateway number. Pineal gland, third eye is a gateway. Just simply push it 11 times. Keep your eyes closed. Focus your attention between your brows. And you see light dancing, don't you? It's moving around, it's fading in and out, probably blue and purple, like clouds coming in and coming out. That's your third eye at work when you shouldn't be seeing anything at all because your eyes are closed. So you're seeing a something. And if it's very minimal, which pretty much a lot of us, sometimes it's a little more active. But when we close our eyes, we see that purple, light purple, blue swirl, white, and it just moving about up in there. What is this light that's happening behind the blackness of your eyelids? What is that? That is the third eye on idle, waiting to respond, to be stimulated so it can function properly. As your eyes are closed, take a breath, focus not on the light, but in the light, focus. In there is everything, all possibility. Keep looking. Do you see a door? Open the door. Whenever you do this practice, follow through in meditation, or even now, because you are meditating, and I'm suggesting, if you will, do you see a door? Open the door. Look what's beyond the door's threshold. Do you see a horse? Get on it and ride it. Do you see a river or a stream? Dive in and swim. These are all ways to stimulate, tickle, arouse the center of the brain, God, the gate, the third eye, the pineal gland. You can open your eyes when you choose. And sometimes, even when you want to keep it open, the third eye that is, I meant open your physical eyes, something else comes along and says, we're going to help shut that third eye down for you. And along comes disbelief, believing in the wrong stuff, fluoride, you'll never amount to anything, so stop dreaming. So all has an effect on the pineal. I must warn you, like 2023, which you really don't have a choice in the matter, but you do, what's coming through the gate of the collective human experience of 2023 can be likened to the awakening and the opening of your pineal gland, your third eye. What can come through the gate, depending on who you are and how you hold yourself, may not be so pleasant. It can be dangerous to open up your third eye, done incorrectly, if you are out of balance. You have no idea the boogeymen, the ghost, the demons, creatures, beings you never thought could ever possibly exist will come find you and say, can I play with you today? And you're going to believe it because it is real. It doesn't mean you can be harmed by them, but it does not mean the apparition of such is not real. And in such a way, you can harm yourself because it will drive you mad. Bonkers. Abigail, I'm curious to know how everyone's name on Facebook is anonymous and yours is Abigail. It's showing. What I'm mentioning is some sort of Facebook security, keep people's names out of it. I understand that. But I'm wondering why yours is being visible and everyone else's is not. So I'd like to know that if you can figure that out. So thank you. So what can come through your vision as you open up the pineal seems very sensible to me that someone who's schizophrenic, their pineal is open, wide open, but they have no balance as to why they're not grounded in the energy, as to why people of schizophrenia can appear to be, to use a word, wonky and abrupt. Imagine what they're experiencing. It's very abrupt. Things are coming at them. They have no problem expressing what they're seeing, and people say, you're crazy. No, they're just open. But I choose the something beyond anything that will lead me to everything. Tonight is center of light, third eye, see no evil. It's a double entendre, see no evil. It will take seeing no evil, the goodness in people, to help you open that third eye. But careful, opening that third eye, you better hope that you see no evil. It's not to scare you, it's to put you in a space of taking responsibility. To stand erect, to stand balanced. It is a delicious gift, power that we've all been handed this second, this minute, this hour. To have these sensories about ourselves, to make sense of everything that we have no understanding that's coming to all of us. God's grace is monumental and magnificent. It belongs to you. The gate is open. The garden is there. Where is there? It's here. Present always. It's like instead of seeking abundance, abundance is always present. We just created limitations. And it chokes the heart, it chokes the belief, it chokes the pineal, and it blinds us. I'm gonna go into a Sadhguru video called What Happens When You Open Your Third Eye. I had to disguise it in music and take the video element out of it. So I don't get a panking on my social media. Copyright Heine. I'm not trying to steal. I am sharing.
There is something called as a pineal gland. Various aspects of yoga or sadhana of yoga is to move it little down, south, it's called, moving it south. This is the symbolism of Shiva turning south because his third eye moved south. What was up here came down between the two eyes. The moment it came here, he saw things that nobody had ever seen. Now, if this happens in a certain way, the secretions of the pineal, which in yoga is referred to as amrit or amrita or amritam probably in Sanskrit, this amritam either can be taken into the system to strengthen the system and increase or extend the longevity of the system, or this amrita can be taken to create blissfulness in the system. Like a drug, it can just blow you away. Or you can use this amrita to enhance your perception that you can become like thin air because everything that is here passes through you. Right now, air passes only through your nostrils, and you know if it doesn't pass, you're gone. If this air can pass through right across you, some of you might at some moment felt when you're very carefree and joyful, you stood in the breeze, it feels like breeze is passing through you. And you become 100% transparent. That is because you've used your amrita to bring sensitivity to the system. So these are three fundamental ways. One is to strengthen the body, to make it like a rock, which will give a certain longevity to that person, which is considered superhuman by most people. Or to bring such a level of drunkenness and blissfulness within you that you don't care how long you live. Or to make yourself like thin air, that your perception is super hyped because there is absolutely no resistance to the system. The same secretions of the pineal gland can be used in three different ways. This amrita or this secretion of the pineal gland will play the right kind of role in the system. When I say right, in my perception, only if it enhances your perception, it is right, because if you do not enhance your perception, your life doesn't get enhanced in any way. It only gets enhanced in somebody else's eyes. If you become like a rock, your experience of life may not change. It is just other people think you're fantastic. Well, we could have made a statue out of you and you would have been a rock. Anyway, we didn't need a human being to become like a rock. If you have a rock for a brain, this will be the problem. You're always thinking, which is a bigger rock than you, which is a smaller rock than you. Your entire life goes into this as to which is superior, which is inferior, which is better, which is worse. Endlessly you will be comparing yourself because this is the nature of a rock. This is the nature of physical reality. Once you identify yourself with physical reality, which is better, which is worse, is a natural process of thought. Only if you transcend that can you be free from this as to which is better and which is worse. When one masters one's Mooladhara, which got referred to as Kaya Kalpa, you become like a rock. You want to make the body last for a millennia or more. When Swadhisthana sadhana is done, a burst of energy happens. One can deliver a god, but you may lose your body. If you bring any sound to Manipura without opening your mouth, the very body reverberates the sound. When one is dominant in their anahata, they start hearing things. A reasonably stable person can go crazy. The moment Vishuddhi is active, you become occult competent. Disembodied beings will naturally move towards you. Ajna means there is clarity. The level of freedom it gives you is tremendous. The Sahasrar is total madness. The moment energy stirs Sahasrar, you drip ecstasy.
Welcome back to Center of Light Foundation. As I mentioned earlier, when you open up that gate, stimulate. Don't be late for the party. The party started 2023, 2024, 2025. The powers of 10 every year that goes by. What's coming through the gate is going to require, like Sadhguru said, the ability and clarity to understand and or process, my God, what is happening to me? I'm feeling the movement of this kind of energy. Ghost beings you never thought of before, creatures, strange looking creatures. 2023 in and of itself is a strange, soon to be looking creature. You heard Sadhguru talk about being in a certain space that you were there for like 4 or 5 days. As I mentioned earlier, I sit here all the time in quiet. Nobody's talking. I'm not saying things out loud. I'm sitting. I'm doing, but even in my doing, I'm sitting here. And so I'm left with creativity and the ability to open the gate consciously and calmly. After 4 or 5 days of doing such a practice, when thought comes, don't think the thought. For example, whatever the thought may be, don't go into the thought. See the thought and stay there. You think this is easy? Do this for 4 or 5 days and just watch your thought stream move through your mind. This is a way to open your third eye. Again, monitor yourself, be careful, because you want to be in a state of balance. Vibhuti ash manifested out of the hand of Satya Sai Baba. What is the purpose of this ritual? One, it's the, I'm off kilter here. Everything's sideways in my camera. But you get the idea. It's intention to say, I'm asking to see the truth. Jesus, Buddha, Krishna, Baba, Swamiji. But it's also made of ash, which will never go away. This little vessel that holds this sacred holy vibhuti ash will never go away. It's so fine. It's the finer than anything you can possibly imagine as a powder or an ash. It never goes away. It represents the world that is transient, and all things will be burnt away forever. The only thing that will never change is change itself. Opening the eye, burning away the nonsense. From Homecoming Crossing the Bridge to the Soul, my new bestseller. You get it on Amazon, you can contact me. Spirit and Eyes Dialogue. Keith, shall we play with some more of your words to facilitate a lesson? And I say, sure. If you look at the cliche of me, myself, and I, you might recognize the me in this saying as what you once thought yourself to be. Separate, alone, and detached. With this viewpoint, seeking self-gain was almost automatic for you, was it not? You didn't have much choice in the matter because such an attitude is never about the true you. It is always about the separate ego and what it wants. You must be willing to toss that me of yours into love's purifying fires to ignite the flame of who you really are. You must not continue to let your ego steal from the self that you are in order to appease the mirage self. You must turn your selfishness into selflessness. And I respond, any suggestions about how I can become more giving and allowing? Spirit's response, you must reverse the formula of me, myself, and I to I, myself, and me. First see God, I, as the totality of all things. Next, honor the higher self, the goodness in everyone. Then accept everyone as they really are. Facets of you, me. And then I asked the question, will living like this get me the love I need so I can be more giving? Tonight is Center of Light Foundation, fire, clarity, action. Will living like this give me the love I need so I can be more giving and allowing and spirit? Let me see where I'm at. I lost my place. So any suggestions? You must reverse the formula of me, myself, and I to I, myself, and me. First, see God, the I, as the totality of all things. Honor the higher self of the goodness in everyone. Then accept everyone as they really are. Facets of you, which is the me. And then I ask, will living like this give me the love I need so I can be more giving? I know I'm repeating myself, but the print is so small. And Spirit responds, not quite, Keith. Your ego is still dictating to you that you have a lack of love and that it must somehow be gained. But love is not something you get. Love is something you are. It's the very stuff that you were made of. Me, myself, and I. And it requires us to see that. So when all the nonsense of the monkey, gets out of the way, this and this becomes connected consciously. Because when we can see, we understand through such seeing that there is no division of anything ever. It's just God and God alone. God is a lonely being, and I don't mean being as a being, but God is lonely, being itself. Hence, you and I step forth into the grand stage of earth to be ourselves so that we can unify again and to remember who we are. We are the rock stars. when you open up that third eye, consciously, the fire that can pour out of it as a receiver, a transmitter, and the fire that will pour into it as a receiver will make you a believer. I've had this experience. I'm speaking from experience. It belongs to you. It is you. Sadhguru number 2.
The inside has become total vacuum, so the doorway gets sucked in. Another way of opening the third eye is you contain everything inside. The first way of doing is the best way of doing. The most significant aspect of Shiva is that he opened his third eye. All the other things, he danced, he meditated, married twice, did so many things, that's not the thing. He opened his third eye. It's only for that we remember him even today. For that, even today, after thousands of years, we still bow down to him. Because there is no substitute for knowing. There is no substitute for knowing means. And there is no way to know unless your perception goes beyond your present levels of perception. Unless your ability to see is enhanced beyond its present limitations, there is no way to know. To know is to be free. So, Shiva is significant for us not because he's decked in Himalayas, not because he played with snakes, not because of this or that, because he opened his third eye. He perceived what most human beings fail to perceive. What is unseen for a large segment of humanity became a normal part of his vision. That's what third eye means. So people say, when Shiva opened his third eye, it was a fiery process, fire came out of it. Why they're saying fire is because within himself, he burnt everything that he thought mattered to him. He became like a fire chamber, like a kiln, that within himself he burnt everything that can be burnt. And then from every pore of his body, instead of sweat and blood coming, ash came out. Why Shiva is always depicted as ash smeared is he didn't go about smearing ash. Ash came out of his pores. This is to indicate that he has burnt it all. He has burnt every shred of ignorance, everything that one believes as true, he burnt. Because he burned everything and everything became ash, then this opening of the third eye could not be denied to him. When it opened, people saw fire because the inner chamber was burning. There are two ways of opening the eye. One way is the inside has become total vacuum, so the doorway gets sucked in and naturally has to open. The doorway becomes limp and falls inward because there is nothing. He simply burnt not only his thought, not only his emotion, not just his relationships and possessions, he's just burnt his very being. The individual being is completely burnt out into the total vacuum, so the door fell inward and it's open. So people saw fire because it was burning still. Another way of opening the third eye is you contain everything inside. Everything is contained. You did not find any expression for your thought, any expression for your emotion, any expression for anything. You could not even utter a word. See, if you remain silent for 4 days, on the 5th day, you feel like singing suddenly. If you don't know how to sing, you want to howl like a wolf. Huh? Because you want to let go. You didn't let go anything, so much pressure built up, and this door got knocked open from inside. There's another way to do it. The first way of doing is the best way of doing, because if you open it by building pressure, it opens up today and again tomorrow it may just shut itself. Or before enough pressure builds up and this opens, something else freaks in you and you run away. Yes. Because the pressure builds up in such a way, if you have to hold it, you need, because you don't know what's happening, it looks like torture. It looks like 7th degree torture. If you're putting yourself through the whole process, then definitely your mind will ask, what is the point of going through this torture? Because it's a lot of torture. Not letting a single thought find expression, not letting a single emotion find expression, not uttering a single word, not finding expression to a single opinion that arises in your mind, single idea that arises in your mind. Oh, it'll burst you somewhere. If you hold everything intact, this will open, otherwise something else will freak. But you are a little… you're diplomatic. You believe in the middle path. That means you don't wish to get anywhere. People who believe in the middle path, they're determined not to get anywhere in their life. Middle path means just your comfort zone. Neither this nor that. Either you become empty, the sheer power of vacuum will open it, or you build up pressure in you, it'll burst open. 2 ways of opening. Middle path means you are a professional bullshitter. Really. Full-time bullshitter you are, not professional. Profession means they do it only part-time, right? They do it only certain times of the day. It doesn't matter where you go, you do your own stuff. Middle path. Middle path is a way of not getting anywhere. And after some time thinking, this doesn't go anywhere. Right now you're walking on the street, suddenly you found a big rock. There are only 2 ways to go, either this way or this way. This way a tiger is growling, this way there's fire burning. You think the best thing is middle path, that is to go into the rock. Obviously this is not going to go anywhere. This'll give you good exercise for some time. If you try to go into the rock, it's a good exercise, really, it'll build a lot of good muscle if you take the middle path. It's just that you don't go anywhere.
Welcome back to Center of Light Foundation. We are the tribe, we're the nation. Tonight we're speaking about the third eye, and open that John up. See no evil is what will help you to ignite your third eye ability. Caution, once that floodgate begins to open, things will come through that gate like 2023 that we never knew as a possibility. So you might as well get going on what's coming down the pike. Prepare yourself to see something you don't understand. Do you understand? I hope your answers, I will at least try to understand. Stand under something that will make sense to you, because if you don't, you'll fall for anything, and it's potentially coming. Touching on a few things from Sadhguru. When you open your third eye, all of your memories of misery, pain, etc., they're gone. Well, Keith, aren't those memories beautiful things that got me to where I am? Got you where you were, rather. Because I am is not about those memories. I am is God itself. So why would I want to get rid of those memories? Because they're just a story. You can hold them in their beauty all you like, or you can look at your trophy, your accolades one last time and go, you know what? I'm going to put you on the shelf. Or that high school graduation jacket that you got. Eventually, you're not going to wear it. You're going to put it in the closet and wrap it in cellophane and make it, keep it as a beautiful memory. But when this thing begins to open, all those stories are going to be burnt away. The world is transient. And when you transcend the world, you will find yourself in a place of, you may feel that here, I don't want to leave my memories. But once you cross the threshold, then we will see that that's just exactly what they are. Memories. To know is to be free. To know is to be free. Freedom, and I've seen this many times in my own life, can scare the out of you. Many people have went to prison, incarceration, and have found their freedom. So we have been incarcerated. We can blame others. They're trying to do this to us. That collective 2023 gateway that's open that I talked about a few times tonight is about taking responsibility from the monkey, the collective monkey-minded 100 monkey syndrome of nonsense. And in such a way, we can see. The eye is open because the eyes, these are all eyes. These are eyes. These are eyes. This is an eye. Let me see if I can. This is eyes. This is eyes. This is the eyes. Seeing is taking in information, processing it without restriction, opinion. Seeing it simply as it is, not as we want it to be. trauma can open your third eye, as Abigail as well as Kelly. Yeah, we all have had trauma. Ooh, I broke my toe. I need to know that the next time I take this turn around the corner of my house, I need to step a little wider. That's true seeing. I know that down this road, this thing happens often because it's talked about in the media. Could be poor stop signage, traffic lightage. That's true seeing. That's opening up the gate to be able to see and process and use it responsibly, but also in a way that is in one's best interest, benefits. The third eye, what is it? It's that squiggly stuff you see behind the black curtain of your eyelids. Sitting in rest on idle. But it does want to become completely unbridled. Why? Because that's its nature. It's because it's your nature to be able to see. But not seeing in balance erroneously, incorrectly, will bring the unwanted. Again, before we sign off, sign in, sign out, and all about, 2023 is that. 2024 is that to the powers of 10. 2025 is that to the powers of 10. Until we get into the lighter areas and out of the gray areas, into 26 and a half, 27. There still can be some wonky stuff through all of this, according to prophecy. According to how vibrations play themselves out. I see vibrations as a musician. I know audio vibrations and how they work. As above, so below, on Forever Will Go. I understand the cadence and the frequency, not only the frequency, but the frequency is in how often. This is all a language. So it's going to eventually peter out, if you will. But there is still some work. There's really not work. Tonight is third eye, see no evil. It will take seeing no evil to open up the gate. But when you open up the gate, you will hope that you will see no evil. This is the power of God that is at your disposal and is coming down the pike for all of us. Every day, every night, as we get closer to the threshold of moving into the garden of forever where everything is possible. Everything is possible. Not only the good potential, it's all good potential. Even the bad is good potential. Because potentially it will open you up and put you into a space of humility and grace. And in such a space, you will surrender, fall, as you call upon your saving grace. What is a saving grace? It's to want to be in the space of forever consciously. That's it. That is true seeing. That is the third eye. The Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Do you hear it? The call that is. The Father, which seats at the right-hand side of the Father, is the Son, S-O-N, S-U-N, and the Holy Spirit, the ability to see. The Father is the past, Creator. The Son, S-U-N, we have warmth and light every day, S-O-N. The Christ is here, seated at the right hand of the Father, the present, and the Holy Spirit is the future. We are the future. I believe the children are the future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty they possess inside. You are the child of God. It is you. Open up, see the truth. The truth is you in your youth. Open up that eye, open up your heart, open up yourself, and let your sexy, human, beautiful soul shine forth. There is nothing else, and it is why we are all here. Peace, love, and light. I love you beyond measure.